Your attention please. God here. All about God, universe, soul, life, emotions, afterlife and more. Please pause the video now and read the disclaimer carefully. Hi, my name is Vijay Shankar Sharma. Although I am highly educated, but none of that education has been in philosophy, religion or any branch of science. While I am from the Sanatan Hindu culture, I did not quite believe in God for lack of evidence that could be verified for myself and proven to others. I was a very poor student and never scored even 50% marks until 10th grade. I failed in biology, physics and chemistry in only 2 to 3 years of studying them in school. I had failed 3 consecutive semesters in English in the 11th grade, but did quite well in the 4th after a burst of inspiration. The only time I attended formal tuition classes outside of school was in 12th grade. The English teacher, to whom I am ever thankful to, gave me a 2-line Saraswati mantra to recite before I started studying. Goddess Saraswati is the goddess of wisdom and music. I did as the teacher told me. The goddess literally and figuratively smiled on me. The result was that I topped English subject in the 12th grade exam of the Central Board of Secondary Education and passed with the first division overall for the first time. 6 years later, I was on the topper list in the final exams for becoming a chartered accountant. It is one of the toughest professional exams in India. I also have more professional post-graduation degrees in business management. Although the goddess clearly helped me and smiled at me, I knew what really happened and rationalized it. I did not quite believe in God still, but in mid-2016, I decided to do some research to accept or dismiss God once and for all. I was reading books and watching videos and even went to attend a 7-day workshop by a guru, but came back on the 4th day after learning that the guru wanted everyone to sign an NDA or non-disclosure agreement and commit not to tell what we were going to be taught. A good teacher will never want the knowledge he imparts to be kept a secret. I knew that I was not going to get the true knowledge here, so I left the workshop. While watching videos on God, YouTube suggested me videos about universe and the Big Bang theory. The theory, which has near consensus among 95% plus scientists, did not seem logical to me. I meditated on it for more than 1,000 hours over several months. I pondered over what really happened during the creation of the universe. Finally, I felt one with the universal conscious and asked for the answer to be revealed. Then, not only did I get the answer I was looking for, but many more thereafter. I would reveal some of them here briefly. Once you go through them, you would realize that almost all my answers about the universe, space, life, soul, and consciousness go against all existing knowledge and belief. Some questions were thought to be unanswerable even by someone widely regarded as God. How can one love another has not been decoded for over 10,000 years of human history. Everyone has advocated for the benefits of love. Some religious gods too preached giving love. Of course, they called you sinners and characterized your suffering as a result of your own sins. No god or guru ever gave a foolproof, simple or inexpensive way to experience love towards anyone or anything, including oneself. Some have prescribed a few of the unlimited ways of experiencing love that only work for a limited time for some people and are often quite suboptimal. Therefore, in view of the following points: 1. The enormity of the questions being asked ever since humans first evolved concerning God, universe, life, soul, afterlife, human emotions, etc. being answered here by me. 2. The multiple fields of study that these questions pertain to. 3. The fact that everyone ever only got wrong answers or none at all. 4. Even some religious gods who claim to have become the realized one or claim to love you and wanted you to love your neighbors either refused to answer such questions or conveniently forgot answering them. And 5. The fact that I have had no formal training in any of the concerned fields of study. If my answers are proven right, I know that the real God did speak to me. It is only in that context that I am purporting to communicate for God. You can ignore that part as humor or dramatization if you like. For everything that I say, I can and will provide concrete evidence. The evidence will be authentic scientific video, photo, or other scientific principles and facts that can be instantly verified by everyone. No one who has ever talked about God, life, soul, universe, love, and emotions has ever offered evidence of any kind. That is why there is ignorance or so many conflicting views. If good evidence was offered, whoever examined it with open mind would have understood the subject. Just before I start, I would like to bring the following to your knowledge regarding COVID-19 coronavirus. I was perhaps the first one in the world who knew what the virus was, what its behavior will be in future, and how long it will last, and what will happen ultimately. I not only knew but wrote to many doctors in a WhatsApp group first on 20th March 2020 that masks are the only real solution for the virus. I also wrote that if masks were in short supply, a double-folded handkerchief would also do the job. However, no one took me seriously, while some made fun of me. At that time, no one in the world was saying this about masks, let alone cloth masks. The World Health Organization and the Health Ministry of India and almost all countries of the world categorically said that masks must only be worn if one is taking care of a COVID-positive patient, which I was appalled to find out. I called the Health and Family Welfare Minister of India and emailed my views to him when I did not get him on phone. When nothing happened for a few days, I called the Prime Minister's office and then wrote email to Mr. Narendra Modi, the Indian Prime Minister. On the same day, the Prime Minister of India issued advisory to wear masks, including normal cloth masks. Less than a week later, the chief scientist of one of the most prestigious medical bodies in India made a statement on TV that he did not consider the virus to be airborne. I wrote to him to retract his statement and not endanger people's lives. When I got no reply, I forwarded that email to the Health Ministry. I would have then forwarded the email to the Prime Minister, but that scientist was removed from daily TV briefings. I had said that the virus will keep on mutating, and while it will keep on infecting more and more people, it will become less and less fatal. I had predicted that the virus will remain a cause of concern for 5 to 6 years, and then it will become like one of the over 500 flu viruses present today. I have reasons for each of my statements, but that may be a topic for another day. The point is that I took a risk knowing that the intelligence agencies would be monitoring me, but I wanted to save lives, and I know I did. My purpose of mentioning this here is to generate some confidence about what I am going to say here. All of what I say is true, and I will provide scientific evidence on each of these topics in separate videos. Let me know your views in comments, and if you understand any of the topics, if you would like to help. Please subscribe the channel so you get to know when I make detailed videos on individual topics. Now, let us listen to the rest of what I have to say in the impressive voice of David in part 2 of this video.